You have one unheard message.
Hey y'all, it's me. Today I'm giving y'all my everyday makeup look. I feel like it's very easy to achieve. I feel like I don't do too much, but also don't do the least. Anything that I use in the video, I'm gonna try and put down in the description box. I'm gonna take my time and make sure that I write everything down, write everything out, all the shades, all the brands, all that. So y'all just keep watching to figure out how I went from a 10 to a 10, because we are always that one and never that two, and that's just what you gotta know. So keep on watching, and don't forget to you guys, if you like me, you can share my little YouTube, you can subscribe to my little YouTube, you can tell a friend to tell their daddy. If that's just what you want to do, if that's what's on your heart, I mean, I ain't gonna tell you what to do. I can't tell you what to do, only you can do that. So I mean, let the Lord lead you into watching the rest of this video. So another thing I forgot to mention was that my hair is from Wig Logic. It's actually a full lace wig. It came in a 1B color. It's 22 inches. I actually went ahead and added all of these highlights and lowlights and just add this dimension because y'all know that, or maybe you don't know, I don't know, my natural hair now, I dyed it to this really cute blondish ombre-ish type of color, and I'm really over the whole black 1B wigs. I'm really over it. I just feel like I need to start playing more in colors and experimenting more, because we here for a good time and a long time. So this is my good time wig. So I hope that y'all like it. If you do like it, I can link Wig Logic's Instagram below so y'all can check them out. Alright y'all, we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm taking my Clinique Moisture Surge and I'm just putting this all over my face. I pretty much use this moisturizer as my primer. I really haven't had the need to really use a primer ever in life, but recently a friend of mine, Brittany, her name is Beats by Brit on Instagram, she put me hip to this e.l.f. primer, and honestly, pretty happy that she did. I feel like a lot of us would be sleep on e.l.f. just because they're one of the most affordable makeup brands, but we need not to be. So I'm showing y'all right now this e.l.f. Putty Primer. I took that on top of my Clinique Moisture Surge and I really just prepped my skin. I feel like the Clinique Moisture Surge really allows your face to feel, supple for the makeup application, and then the Putty Primer kind of makes it a little bit more tacky just for your foundation to really fall into place and really settle on the skin how it should. Now that we're done prepping our skin, we're going to move right into foundation. I'm taking 2 pumps of my favorite foundation at the moment. It's the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I'm just taking that in the shade Caramel and I'm just working that all over my skin. I always use my fingers first to kind of just place the product, well, my foundation anyway, before I use my beauty blender to really blend it out. Now that I'm finished putting my foundation everywhere that I want it, I'm going to take my damp beauty blender and I'm just bouncing it all over my skin to really make sure that my foundation application is even. I feel like a lot of people don't really bounce their beauty blender. They kind of swipe it or drag it across their face. No, you need to be bouncing that thing, because that's what's going to make your application look seamless. I'm telling you. I'm taking my Born This Way concealer in the shade Cookie, and I'm just putting that underneath my eyes, the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, my chin, and my forehead. Now y'all know there's always something going on with me in footage, so the actual footage of me blending out this concealer is lost. I don't know how and I don't know why, but it is. I'm just showing y'all where I lay my concealer so you can see where it is. I just take my damn beauty blender and I just blend it out exactly how I blended out my foundation. Right here, I'm taking my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Deep Sand, and I am just going to go over this contour because that footage got lost too. I placed the darker shade for my contour on the sides of my nose, my forehead, and my cheekbones. So now I'm taking this brush by ABH Cosmetics, and it's perfect for stippling your contour on your skin. I love it for your contour. I'm just taking it and I'm going to use it to push my contour upwards. I'm going to do this on my cheekbones as well as my temples and my forehead. You really want to take your time and make sure that you are blending your contour out as much as you can. I always use my brush first and then go back in with a beauty blender and kind of marry my contour and my highlight together. Right here, you're going to see me change brushes because for my nose contour, I use a smaller shader brush to really blend out the edges and make sure that everything is seamless. So I'm just taking my brush and I'm blending up and down just to make sure that I am evenly distributing my product. And I love to make my nose contour fade into my eyebrows. So when I get up to the top closer to where my eyebrow starts, I kind of just bring my contour out and just blend it into my eyebrows. Like make the little arch. So when you take your pictures and everything, it's not going to be harsh from going to your nose contour to it just disappearing or just falling off the face of the earth. No, you want to make sure that everything is blended, honey, blended, seamless. Now you're just going to see me use the flat side of my beauty blender to really make sure that the edges of my contour are blended out before I go ahead and blend out my concealer. Honestly, I don't know where the footage of me blending out this layer of concealer is. I don't know if it's God, I don't know if it's me, I don't know if it's the Rona outside, but somebody did not want me to prosper this day. It's okay because I got faith in y'all that y'all know how to blend out your concealer, and if you don't, I'm coming for you on the next video. Don't even trip. We're gonna blend everywhere. Everywhere we put concealer, we're blending. And now that our concealer is laid to perfection, we are going to set it. I'm taking my Mercier translucent powder on my damp beauty blender, and I am just going to place that underneath my eyes, my cupid's bow, the bridge of my nose, my chin, in the middle of my forehead. And while I'm putting it on my forehead, I also like to put the powder over my eyebrows just to make sure that they are going to be set in place for whenever I do go ahead and fill them in. After I'm satisfied with how I've set my face, I just take the excess powder from my sponge and just press it into the skin to make sure that everything is literally set in place. And from here, I'm just going to take this fluffy brush and I'm going to wipe off any excess powder because I personally do not like to bake. I'm going to start setting my contour now. I'm taking my Born This Way complexion powder in the shade Toffee, and I am just going over everywhere that we laid our contour. We're dusting our cheeks and our temples. We're going over everything, honey, everything. And right here, as you can see, I look a little confused in the camera because I thought my wig was coming up, but it wasn't. My shit was secure. I just wasn't sure for a second. As I'm getting to the end of me setting my contour, I'll kind of just use the excess powder from that brush and I'll just use it to go over the places where I put the translucent powder. So I just like to reinforce my contour, and then whatever is left off that brush, I just kind of sweep it underneath my eyes and then definitely around my mouth. I just feel like this helps everything blend better and just gives you a more desirable result once you're finished. Now I'm going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit in medium to tan, and I'm going to use that shade in the upper right hand corner, and I'm going to use that to go over my nose contour. I feel like the shades that I use for my base contour are very harsh for your nose contour. I like my nose contour to look very soft and subtle, but also snatched. So I'm using this blending brush to really work this product into the skin and make sure that it is a seamless transition from start to end. I'm going to take that same shade in the same brush and really work that color into the crease of my eye. This is going to reinforce my nose contour as well as really blend my nose contour with my eye sockets so nothing looks like it doesn't belong there. I want everything to look seamless and just blend from one part of my face to the next. One thing about me, I'm gonna make sure that my makeup blend. So you might catch me going over the same part of my face 2 or 3 times just to make sure that I literally blended everything in with each other. Right here, I'm gonna dip back into that translucent powder because I'm gonna set my nose contour. This is honestly the most important part of doing my makeup to me, is literally making sure that my nose is snatched. So I'm just taking my damn beauty blender, the same beauty blender we've been using this whole time, and I dip back into that translucent powder and I just set the sides of my nose. It's kind of reverse contouring, so the edges of my contour are just going to look more sharp and it's going to look way more precise. Because we toned down our under eye highlight earlier, I'm just taking the powder and putting it in my inner corners just so it can be the brightest points on my face. I'm also going to take that powder and I'm going to go down the bridge of my nose just to reinforce my nose highlight. And right here you can see that I didn't like how wide that my line got, so I'm just taking that same brush that we used to reinforce our nose contour and I'm just going to sharpen up those edges. Right here I'm taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills loose setting powder in the shade Deep Peach and I'm just going to sharpen up my contour. I'm using my ear and the edges of my mouth to really be my guidelines for this because I just want to sharpen up my contour. I don't want to take any of it away. I also like for this line that I'm creating to kind of curve upwards, so right now you can see that I just made it go straight, you know, across like in a diagonal line, and now I'm kind of just curving it upwards to really end in the corners of my mouth. Now it's time for blush. So I'm going to use my ABH Cosmetics palette. It's called Glowing in Grease, and I'm going to use that middle shade on the top row. I'm also going to use my Real Techniques brush, and it's a 400 brush. I feel like it's perfect for blush. I literally love using this brush for blush. I'm just going to work that into the apples of my cheeks, and I'm also going to work whatever is left from the brush, and I'm just going to work that into my contour, and I'm going to swipe it on the bottom of my nose. I love doing this. I just feel like it adds more character to all of my face. Now I'm going to take that fluffy brush that we used to set our contour and I'm going to use that to dust away the Anastasia Beverly Hills Deep Peach powder that we used to clean up our contour, and I'm also going to use that same brush to take away the Mercier translucent powder that we used to reverse contour our nose. This Juvia Place highlighter powder in the shade Nefertiti has really become one of my favorites. I'm taking a fluffy eyeshadow brush and I'm just dipping it into the cap of the powder, and I am just going to put that on the apples of my cheeks. I'm going to put it on my cupid's bow, my chin, and in the middle of my forehead. I'm also going to use this to highlight under both of my brows as well. I use the same powder to highlight my nose, I just use a different brush. So I take a pencil brush and I just put a little bit of product on the end of my brush and I place a dot on the tip of my nose, and then I kind of work a small line down the bridge of my nose because I don't want to do too much. My nose is already small, so I don't do the most, but I also don't want to do the least. I don't know if y'all can tell, but literally all the work that I do on my nose during my whole makeup application is what's most important to me. So now I'm just taking my finger and kind of blending out those harsh lines. If it put too much, if it's a little bit too heavy, I just want to make sure that my nose looks right. Now I'm just going to wipe off the excess foundation or highlighter or concealer, whatever it was that was on my lips. I'm wiping it off and I'm going to start to line my lips with this NYX Suede matte lip liner pencil in the shade Maison. I don't really think that my lips have that much definition. I've always thought that my lips were kind of shaped like a football, you know, just kind of round and oval-like. So I've recently decided to take the time to get into this whole overlining your lips wave, which is still kind of hard for me. So it takes me a minute just to make sure that I don't do too much because I don't want to be out here looking crazy. So yeah, once I finish lining my lips, I blur out the edges with my finger just to make sure that everything is nice and seamless, and then you're gonna see me phase into my favorite lip glosses. I like using the Morphe lip gloss in the shade Boho. I feel like it's a really nice, cute, like mauve-y type of pink. It does what it needs to do, and with this lip liner, it just pairs so beautifully. Like, I love it. It's such a great lip combination. And you're gonna see me go in with another gloss, which is also one of my favorites. It's the Milani Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumper. When I first got this lip gloss, I did not know it was a lip plumper, but it's in the shade Champagne Champagne, and it literally just adds that little bit of oomph that you need. Now I'm taking my L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara. This is an old reliable. I live and die by this mascara. It's never done me wrong, and I'm sure it's never gonna do you wrong. I just take this and I coat my lashes, my top lashes first, because I like to apply my lashes, my falsies, when my actual lashes are still wet with mascara. I'm taking my Duo glue. I squeezed too much out right there. Y'all see my eyes get big as shit. So I'm just taking my glue, coating the band of my lashes with them. These lashes, honestly, I love big ghetto lashes. I got these from the beauty supply store. I honestly do not know what brand they are, because when I get some lashes I like, I ride them to the end. And this is like maybe my, I don't know, like 12th time wearing these lashes. I love them. I know they're in the number 31. I want to say they're INB lashes, but don't quote me on that. I'm gonna find out and let y'all know for real, because I would never want to tell y'all nothing wrong. So I'm just making sure that my lash glue is tacky, seeing whatever song was playing in the background, and I am just going ahead and I am putting these bad boys on. Now y'all do not have to wear as dramatic as lashes as me. That's just the type of girl that I am. I would wear these lashes with no makeup on and not feel no type of way, just because I live for the drama, all of it. Y'all can wear whatever lash make you feel comfortable in your day-to-day, because it's all about you, sweetie. I'm gonna put this mascara on my bottom lashes. I personally don't like mascara on my bottom lashes all the time. For the purpose of this video, I went ahead and threw some on. But me, I'm a lazy makeup wearer, so when I get home from the end of the day and I gotta take this mascara off my bottom lashes, it literally just puts stress on my life. It's something I could do without, but it look cute. I'm gonna take this Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Powder Duo in dark brown, and I am just gonna fill in the top of my brows really quick. I personally have my brows microbladed, so I never have to do too much to them, but sometimes when I'm not, up to date with my maintenance, I just have to fill in the top of my brows really quick, which is fine. I don't mind doing that because I never have to do it any other time. So I'm just taking this powder and lightly filling in my brows. I honestly don't know why I'm so excessive and why I have to go over things 2 and 3 times. It just does something for my mental health. I just know that if I really gave everything my all, then my makeup was going to come out looking flawless. So as you can see, I'm just going in with this Too Faced powder again and touching up my contour, because I guess I just assumed that some got lost in translation. I don't know. So now I'm going to take my Urban Decay All Nighter Spray and I'm just going to spray my face. This is really one of the best setting sprays that I've ever really used. And I am excessive, as y'all know, so sometimes while my setting spray is still wet, I like to go back into my highlighter powder because it just literally intensifies your glow. At the end of your makeup application, there comes a time where you just realize like, yep, I might have just did that. And right here is me realizing. So I'm gonna just go ahead and put my nose ring back in because we missed her. And another thing that I've recently started to do was reinforce that mole that's above my eyebrow. It's literally my favorite thing about my face ever, and I literally used to just let it be covered up by makeup, but I've recently just started to let her shine through and give her the credit that she deserves because she's beautiful and my favorite. And at this point, my loves, we are done. Our cheeks are glowing, our eyelashes are touching our eyebrows, and our noses are snatched. I really hope that y'all enjoyed watching this video. If you did, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Share it with a friend, share it with 2 friends. Let me know what y'all want to see. I love y'all and I care about y'all, and I'll catch y'all in my next video.